are continuing our deep dive into SCP with SCP-294, the coffee machine. This was suggested in the Discord, so thank you very much. Or I could say very much. Let's check it out. By the way, I don't even really like coffee. I'm more of a tea person.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-294. Object Class, Euclid.
I keep picking Euclid. My bad.
Special Containment Procedures. There are no special standard containment procedures on file for item SCP-294.
Okay.
However, only personnel of security clearance level 2 or higher are allowed to interact with it.
Oh.
See document SCP-294-A.
I thought this would be an SCP for the interns.
SCP-294 is currently being stored in the second floor personnel break room and is monitored by 2 guards of security clearance level 3 at all times.
How many guards do you think would have to, like, guard me if I was an SCP? I mean, I have the tentacles, I have the yapping, like, probably the power of my mouth is, like, at least level 5? 0? Guys, I'm dangerous!
Description. Item SCP-294 appears to be a standard coffee vending machine.
Okay.
The only noticeable difference being an entry touchpad with buttons corresponding to an English QWERTY keyboard. Upon depositing 50 cents US currency into the coin slot, the user is prompted to enter the name of any liquid using the touchpad.
Okay, 1, this is like a Spy Kids invention. It's like the microwave that would shoot out the Burger King. 2, 50 cents? Holy, does he scale with inflation or what? Okay, I'm not gonna look up SCP inflation. I feel like I'm gonna see something I don't want to.
Upon doing so, a standard 12-ounce paper drinking cup is placed and the liquid indicated is poured. 97 initial test runs were performed, including requests for water, coffee, beer, and soda. Non-consumable liquids such as sulfuric acid,
pee. Well, I mean, I guess pee is consumable. Well, actually, everything's consumable at least once.
wiper fluid, and motor oil, as
motor
well
oil
as
is my
substances
favorite.
that do not usually exist in liquid state, such as nitrogen, iron, and glass. And each one returned a success.
Wow!
Test runs with solid materials such as diamond have failed, however.
Oh, okay. They don't want it to be like a money printer.
As it appears that SCP-294 can only deliver substances that can exist in a liquid state.
Oh.
It is of note that after approximately 50 uses, the machine would not respond to further requests.
I mean, you're milking him dry, buddy. Give him a break.
After a period of approximately 90 minutes, the machine seemed to have restocked itself. It is also interesting to note that many caustic liquids that would have eaten through a normal paper cup seem to have no effect on the cups dispensed by the machine.
I mean, maybe like Dixie cups are just like up in the quality. We don't know.
Testing is ongoing. As suggested, SCP-294 was moved to the second floor personnel break room as a money-saving venture.
Huh?
Following Incident 294-01, guards were stationed at the item and a security clearance became necessary to interact with it. Document SCP-294-A regarding Incident 294-1.
Okay.
On August 21st, 2005, Agent Joseph attempted to use item SCP-294 to obtain coffee during his allocated break time at 9:30 a.m. at the request of Agent to see what it would do. Requested a cup of Joe.
No! Oh no, Joe! No Joe, no Mo.
From the item. Moments after confirming the selection, Agent Joseph began to sweat profusely and complained of dizziness before
Normally that happens to me after I have KFC.
collapsing. After moving the unconscious agent to the infirmary, the medical team recovered the contents of the cup dispensed by item SCP-294, a combination of blood, tissue, and other bodily fluids. Testing revealed the DNA sequence of the biological material dispensed by SCP-294 matched that of Agent.
Do not ask for berry juice. Please, I love hanging out don't, you guys. Please don't. Please.
Agent made a complete recovery after 4 weeks of rest and intravenous hydration. X-rays and CAT scans showed no further signs of injury and was released. Both agents were reprimanded.
And don't do that again.
Additional security measures for SCP-294 have been recommended. Addendum SCP-294-F. After reviewing documentation on SCP-294, suggested testing SCP-294's ability to retrieve specific liquids from a distance.
Okay, wait. Give me a cup of oral. My car needs it. Can I have a cup of oral?
Addendum SCP-294-H. With the overseeing of O5, a cup of SCP-75 secretion was used as input. The product was proven to be the requested liquid, and the cup was able to successfully contain the material.
He peed on
However,
me?
the report for Incident 075-7 was acknowledged 2 hours after the test. See Addendum SCP-75-M. A containment procedure breach had occurred exactly the same time this test was taking place, waking SCP-75 to its active stage. It was able to secrete an amount of basic solution equal to the capacity of a coffee cup before emergency containment procedure was applied and it was rendered passive. The liquid was not found in post-incident investigation.
The water cycle?
Addendum SCP-294-I. Researcher punched in request for cup of gold.
Ooh!
The machine dispensed a cup of molten gold.
Wait, that would be super hot, right? Then you could just like... Psh, psh, psh. Okay, that was supposed to be like throwing it on people, but since I don't have like a cup asset, that looked a lot more inappropriate.
Researcher requested similar precious materials with the same result. Addendum SCP-294-J. Researcher punched in, from a safe range, request for cup of anti-water. The machine hummed briefly, then displayed out of range on entry pad.
I would ask for the shimmer.
It is theorized that SCP-294 has a limited range of collection and cannot reach into alternative universes or dimensions.
Damn it, no shimmer.
Addendum SCP-294-K. Researcher punched in request for diamond.
Greedy.
SCP-294 briefly hummed, then displayed out of range on entry pad.
Okay, he didn't have x-ray cheats. He just had no idea where they were.
SCP-294 gives this result for all solid substances, as diamond is a solid crystalline form of carbon. It appears that the machine will not dispense liquid carbon, as this does not result in a diamond. When a cup of carbon was subsequently punched in.
And wouldn't the cup of carbon be liquid carbon going into carbon because everything is made of carbon? Okay, I've said carbon so many times that it doesn't even sound like a real word anymore.
The machine dispensed a cup of liquid carbon. SCP-294 was immune to the damaging effects of the dispensed liquid. Addendum SCP-294-M. Testing for range of SCP-294's capacity for retrieval has been initiated. A unique compound has been formulated, composed of undisclosed ratios, brand bleach, brand cola, METRX powder, and garam masala.
Butter chicken, my favorite!
The fluid was created and placed in a sealed container 25 meters away from SCP-294. When requested, the fluid was dispensed. An equal amount of the mixture was no longer present in its original container. Addendum SCP-294-01. Researcher.
Yeah, what if I went up to the machine and I was like, if you ever dispense gamer subs, like please use code Berry. you want to get a partnership?
Under observation of level 4 personnel, keyed in a request of the best drink I've ever had. SCP-294 dispensed a fluid similar in appearance to cola. The researcher identified it as a mixed drink he recalls having in a bar during his bachelor party, and was convinced it was the best drink.
I made it.
Did not know what ingredients were in the drink besides rum and cola.
Dude, I I can't even drink crack and rum anymore because one time I did when I was in college and I played League of Legends. This was after the other League of Legends incident. Sorry, I've had a lot of bad moments in my life. And I just like projectile vomited everywhere, so now I don't drink it anymore. Oh, it's called crack and rum, not crack and rum. Don't do drugs, stay in school.
Further tests are scheduled to ascertain how SCP-294 gathers information. Addendum SCP-294-O-1A. Under the same conditions, Agent, the best drink I've ever had. SCP-294 delivered a dark fluid topped with a white foam, which was later identified as Vienna lager.
Oh, did he pour it at an angle? Was he a pro?
The cup was printed with a color picture of 5 men and 2 women drinking beer on a beach.
Okay.
Was one of them. In his briefing, Agent confirmed his favorite drink ever was a Vienna lager he consumed at the beach with his friends.
Oh.
It has now been confirmed that SCP-294 has the ability to directly gather information from someone's mind in order to comply with the given conditions.
Dude, at least he's going for happy memories. Like, what if I asked for a beer and he was like, oh, this is the last time you were crying at the bar? Then it's just me on the cover.
Addendum SCP-294-Q-1. Subject keyed the perfect drink. The machine dispensed a cup containing an odorless lavender liquid.
Bleach?
After drinking the liquid,
Why would you drink odorless lavender liquid? I already knew that shit was about to have an Arankar arc.
subject appeared to go into shock. Subject later committed suicide, leaving a note which read, "I'm sorry, but at this point, everything's just one big letdown. Requesting such a drink again is highly discouraged. None of the components of the drink have yet been identified."
I just did it. Hire me, hire me, hire me!
Addendum 294-T1. The subject keyed in something Cassie will like. The device was heard to hum for
My wife?
about 3 seconds before dispensing an empty cup. Printed on the side of the cup was an image of a traditional soda fountain glass, filled with something brown, and topped with whipped cream.
Oh!
Upon introduction to SCP-85, it was identified by her as a chocolate banana milkshake and judged delicious.
Wait, I would drink a banana milkshake. Not chocolate, though. I don't like chocolate, but banana.
Addendum SCP-294-W. Researcher keyed in a request for a cup of music.
Cassie is another SCP. Give me the lore! Who? The owl outside my house be like. Wait, who's Cassie the SCP? I believe she's a drawing of a woman. More accurate than I was really anticipating to Cassie the VTuber.
SCP-294 produced a clear sparkling fluid that tasted vaguely alcoholic. Following ingestion, subject reported feeling and not hearing a continuous rhythm, and demonstrated the ability to move and even dance with a certain fluidity that he had not previously shown. Testing on other abstract concepts is continuing. Addendum SCP-294-AB. During a mass security breach, Agent requested a cup of pertinent medical knowledge while taking shelter inside the second-floor break room. Of the 4 agents in the room, Agent was the only one who was not injured. SCP-294 poured a cup of clear green liquid.
Okay, I need help. Clear green liquid. How is it clear and green at the same time? I took a couple art classes and I'm still confused. Maybe like Nickelodeon slime? Oh, Mountain Dew. Oh, don't mind about Mountain Dew.
Following the ingestion of this substance, Agent began mending other agents' wounds in a manner consistent with Foundation medical training.
Oh my God, get me away from that. You know, the minute you learn how to do that, everybody in the office will be like, I need healing, I need healing, I need healing.
Agent no longer has the medical training that the liquid provided, and other attempts to recreate the effect have failed. The agent has speculated that this event was an emergency measure taken by the object to ensure self-preservation.
Can you give me a cup of liquid that makes me really sexy? Why do I look the same?
Addendum SCP-294 AC. Dr. requested my life story from SCP-294. SCP-294 made humming noises and shook violently for approximately 3 minutes before providing a highly viscous, opaque black liquid. Upon consumption, Dr. reported that he remembered everything that had ever happened to him.
Oh, hell nah! There is shit I like to forget. I am not drinking that. That is literally the worst.
Following this test, Dr. entered his office and returned 48 hours later with a 538-page autobiography.
Oh, no.
Addendum SCP-294.
Yeah, he had a shower moment, or he has those moments when I go to bed at night, and then I'm like, why did I do that? The cringe flashback.
Or AD. Researcher produced request consisting solely of the phrase, "surprise me."
Ooh, I always say that at a bar. I don't know why. I think it's more fun. I'm like, you know what? Just give me anything. But then I'm the worst, because then I go, no cucumber, no chocolate.
Used an opaque cup containing normal water, later determined to have been heated to approximately 200 degrees Celsius. Upon receiving vibration from transport, the contents of the cup turned into steam, violently spraying boiling water in a 2-meter radius.
Damn!
Addendum.
Well, I'm not asking for that anymore. I guess I learned my lesson.
SCP-294 AF. Researcher produced request for blood of Christ. SCP-294 vibrated and produced the message, Hic Anum Calix Sanguis Mei.
Is it something backwards? Iam sineguans siaxalak niamnumtistic. Oh, it's Latin. Oh. I'm sorry.
Then produced a paper drinking cup containing approximately 0.12 liters of red grape wine.
Ooh.
Addendum
Oh,
SCP-294 AG. Researcher produced requests for cup of Smilodon blood.
Like that? Like you guys do before we watch any video?
Cup of passenger pigeon blood.
What's a passenger pigeon? I mean, sometimes I wish that I could be more of a passenger princess, but passenger pigeon? What?
And cup of...
Oh, it's a real animal? Like the dodo bird? Passenger pigeon. Oh, wait, he's beautiful. Oh, he was beautiful. I'm sorry, too soon.
Thomas Jefferson's blood. And
What?
received 3 out-of-range errors. Addendum SCP-294 out-of-range errors. Addendum SCP-294 AH. A D-class personnel with IQ of 99 and low curiosity scores was given written instructions
This wasn't me. My IQ at least 437.
about what to request. The D-class personnel produced a request for blood of Canis lupus and received a cup of liquid
Is that a werewolf?
subsequently identified as wolf blood. D-class personnel next produced a identified as wolf blood.
Okay, here's a synopsis. So basically right now he's gonna drink wolf blood. He's gonna wolf it down.
D-class personnel next produced a request for saliva of Equus ferus caballus.
Can I get saliva of a very sexy goth woman? Not for me though, it's for a friend, it's for a friend.
And received a cup of liquid subsequently identified as horse saliva.
Oh! I mean, maybe he was a beautiful horse.
The D-class personnel next produced a request for urine of Phascolarctus cinereus.
This guy's a freak.
And received a cup of liquid subsequently identified as koala urine.
Ew, wait, don't they have like chlamydia? That is the last animal you want to drink from. Ew!
The D-Class personnel next produced a request for cerebrospinal fluid of Phoboromes Pattersoni and received a cup of liquid currently undergoing analysis.
Well, now I'm scared.
It is to be noted that Phoboromes Pattersoni went extinct during the late Miocene epoch,
Wait, then how did he do it?
approximately 8 million years ago.
Wait, why did I say how did he do it? It reminded me of like one of those thumbnails where like, how did he do it?
Addendum SCP-294-AI. Dr. King produced a request for a cup of room temperature superconductor and received a cup of apple juice with seeds floating in it.
Wait, so that's like cyanide? Is that why? Yes? Am I smart? Don't answer that.
Addendum SCP-294-AJ. Dr. Menchu produced request for cup of D151839's leukemia and received a cup of fluid. The fluid was microscopically examined and found to contain leukemic blast cells, which were a genetic match to D151839.
Can I get a cup of molten core?
A second request for cup of D151839's leukemia resulted in an out-of-range error. D151839 was subsequently found to be free of leukemia, however.
Oh! Wait, that's so smart! You could just like heal people and take out like the stuff that's bad inside of them? Can I get a cup of the hatred from my heart?
Within 15 days, the leukemia had recurred.
Oh! Okay, so I can learn to be hateful again.
Other SCP-294 experiments are currently awaiting approval. You can look forward to a future lecture with a lot more experiments.
I love that video.
You guys love that.
How did he know? I just said that.
Right? I think that about does it for today. Thank you very much for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed.
Yay!
Goodbye.
The bell doesn't dismiss you, the Volgun does.
I would like to give a special thank you to Slump God, Justin
Wait, what? The Slump God?
Day, John O. Porter, Fluffy, Pierce M. Hamlin, White Crew, Beware 600, my archive
Should I beware of the 599 before him?
curator Nick, Tyver Ball, Cody Tench, Cheese Whip, Dips McGee, and Oblong Doucheboy. If you would like a special thank you
Wait, what was his name?
at the end of each of my videos, and some other cool stuff as well, visit patreon.com/TheVolgun.
Thank you so much for watching. I super appreciate it. If you're new here, let me know in the comment section down below what SCP you would like for me to watch next, or what liquid you would have liked from the coffee machine. Also, please check out the original. He does such an amazing job, and I really love it. I love his voice. I just like, oh, yeah, it's so great. And
Use code Berry for 10% off your Gamer Subs order. It helps me one day get a booba cup, so I would super appreciate it.
have a great evening.